It is the RIOT podcast. Happy Monday, December 12th to you, Nikki.
Hello.
Isaiah.
Yes.
Howdy.
You want to know something crazy
Welcome
about
back,
this podcast?
Isaiah, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
What a
welcome
great
back.
day it is to be Monday.
We missed you. You want to know something crazy about...
I
Do you want me to say it back? Do you want me to say it back?
Well, that
It
would
might
have been nice.
I missed you guys too. Not particularly on Friday, but like once like Sunday night rolled around before bed, I was like, oh, I can't wait for work tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's good enough for me.
Good answer. We'll take it.
Okay, you want to know something crazy about this podcast? There's a lot of podcasts out there, right? And most of them, if something stupid happens, you can just edit it out.
Yeah.
Like, we could have just edited that out if we wanted to.
But I'm going to leave it in.
But we don't.
We don't.
Yeah.
All the bad stuff, we just leave it in.
Yep, we could have a really good run of
Professional?
talking,
Yeah.
and then in the middle of it, there's like something stupid that goes down, and then it's like, well, we're just gonna leave that in.
Well, we want you guys to know it's real.
Yeah, this is real, unfiltered, raw riot. Okay.
Like
That's
that
all.
right there.
Yep.
Another instance of things we're just going to leave in there.
Yeah, Isaiah could easily cut that out.
And I'm not
And
going
yet he
to.
won't.
And Hudson's going to beg me to, but I'm not going to.
In this podcast today,
Oh, yeah. In this podcast today, we talked about some TGI Fridays news. They got sued recently, right? And when was the last time you guys have been to TGI's?
I don't even know where TGI Fridays is.
I don't even know if because I think I always confuse it with Applebee's or Chili's.
Chili's. They're all very similar.
But I think TGI Fridays sells these mozzarella sticks
They do.
in the freezer
In
section.
Kroger.
yeah,
Yeah.
they do. They're
So I
very
think-
expensive.
I think you don't have to actually go there to be a part, if you wanted to, of like a class
yeah.
action lawsuit.
I mean, if you were at TGI Fridays and they handed you mozzarella sticks, I would just look at my waiter and I'd be like, what the heck is even that?
What is that?
Like, what is this supposed to be here? I just bit into it. It doesn't really feel right. But having them obviously like picking them up from Kroger and then going home, you don't have much of a choice other than just joining the movement that is
Yeah.
taking down TGI's.
See, this has told me, I think, because I've been going back and forth, there's a deal at Costco of like a box of 80 mozzarella sticks.
Whoa.
And I'm like, you know what? I think I would like a mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
And then the other side, you're like, you don't need 80. Like, what are you
Yeah,
going
like,
to do with this whole big box?
You're going to get through like 10 and then be like, I don't know if I need to continue this.
But
Wait, are you
hearing
saying you
this
don't like
story,
mozzarella sticks very
I
much?
do.
I
But
think that they're okay.
I think I need to buy this box now. And I think I should bring some mozzarella sticks in.
I
Ooh,
think
for
if
the
they're
party?
okay, I'm not
Yeah.
afraid.
For the
Christmas
I think that's a good idea.
Oh.
And we could dip those in the Little Debbie ice cream.
Oh my gosh, we could heat them up in the air fryer.
Oh, I bet you that'd
That
be
sounds grand now.
heavenly.
So this has not led me to want to buy TGI Fridays mozzarella sticks, but I do want some.
Whatever brand they have at Costco.
Yeah, I'll take those.
All right. Hey,
Yeah, I'm behind that.
I got a question for you guys. Can you think of any, a lot of brands sell their food in the frozen section, right? Can you think of any brands where the frozen food version is better
Ooh,
than
good
actually going to
question.
the restaurant?
I'll tell you one that I like a lot. I don't know if it's better, but I think it always turns out pretty good. Is like the Checkers fries, like the
Oh, they have
Rowdy's
them
fries.
frozen?
They have them frozen, and if you put them like in the oven or if you cook them nicely, they're really, really good.
Well, that's because we have a couple Checkers in our area. I don't think I can go to that area.
no, you never can.
It's dangerous, especially for a lady alone.
Yeah.
So the only safe space for me to get those would
Is
be
the frozen
would
section.
be in the frozen section.
Is
Do
there
you have any?
Is there any I have in mind?
Because I'm trying to think if there's not that many things that they sell
Well,
in
I'm
the
trying to
freezer
think.
section that they also have at a restaurant.
Usually it's much worse, right? Like
Yeah, way worse.
Boston Market. Let me just list a bunch real quick.
A lot of time it's when the place closed down.
Yeah, Boston Market, TGI Fridays, White Castle,
The White Castle mini
Arby's.
sliders they have in there.
Yeah.
I never bought
Oh,
those.
the Arby's fries are good.
The Arby's fries
The
are good.
Arby's curly fries are really
they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Because then
All
you can make them a little crispier if you want, or not as crispy.
See, another thing that never runs that's in the frozen section, at least for me, like one of my favorites, like appetizer type fried foods that I would get at a restaurant is like macaroni and cheese bites, right?
Uh-huh.
And those in the freezer section are never good.
Aw.
Every time, I will buy them because I love them so much whenever I go to a restaurant. That's like, if they have those there, it's an automatic
Now, how
purchase
you
for me.
making it?
I put them in the air fryer.
See,
Okay,
that's
should
what I
be
was going to say.
fine.
I
Yes,
think,
you'd
no,
think,
I
right?
think it's
No.
the preparation. I
Yeah.
think what I found is the macaroni cheese bites you get in the frozen section versus in a like sheets or whatever. They're exactly the same. They're always exactly, and they're the same at every restaurant. The difference is at like a restaurant, they deep fry them for you.
Yeah.
And deep frying is definitely better than air frying, at least for macaroni and cheese bites. That's what it is. But I think I think they just go to the grocery store and buy the frozen ones.
They just throw them in their deep fryer.
Uh-huh,
So
and
what
that
you're
covers a lot of
saying
woes.
Is we need to get rid of our air fryer and go back to getting a deep fryer.
Get a deep fryer.
That's an aggressive move
Can you
for our
imagine
health,
that?
but it
be
would be
fantastic.
delicious. It would be a delicious way to live.
Everything
for a
would be
while.
good. I'll tell you what would
While
be good
we were
in
still
that.
alive.
Mozzarella sticks.
Yes, they would
Yes,
be.
they would.
Yeah, we talked about that. We also, at the end, we talk about some of the biggest gift-giving mistakes that you can make.
I think it's just it's made me a much better gifter reading those mistakes.
Just give someone a gift card, though. I mean, cash, I feel like is too weird. I wouldn't mind it, but like it is weird unless
I would love it,
unless
but-
it's your parents. That can be, or like your grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, gift cards are just wonderful, and then you can buy more than one thing as you move, throughout January, and you need something. You have gift cards.
That's one thing that I never receive at Christmas. I will not receive a single gift card.
You
Probably.
don't?
And I'll tell you one thing: I will not get
Ouch.
any cash either. There will not be $1 that I will receive
That's
for
too
Christmas.
bad.
Same thing with my
tough.
birthday. For any time I've gotten a gift, my parents have never been gift card cash people. They always actually get me real gifts, which I like, and I like opening the gifts and I appreciate them. But my friends are like, "Oh yeah, this is my birthday money." I'm
Yeah,
like,
you got your
birthday
Christmas money.
What the heck is birthday money? I
Yeah.
have $300 of Christmas money. I'm like, who gave you that? It's your dad? What? I thought he got you gifts. He didn't
That's
get you
the
gifts
best.
too?
Yeah, it's
And
easier.
So for me, never was. There's no gift cards or money involved.
You can be creative and do the gift card tree, or some people wrap them up and they do some fun things or make a gift card basket. But
Yeah, that'd be funny to get a whole big basket.
Yeah.
And then inside it's just gift
don't
cards. But
try to come up with a gift if you know the person just doesn't need that.
yeah, I think in most cases I'll just be happier with a gift card.
Someone last year
If anybody's buying for me and listening, I'm
pretty cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm an easy one to
You're
shop
good.
for. Just give me a gift card.
Okay, an example is someone last year gave me a watch. Well, okay.
You have an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
They
What are you
gave
gonna wear?
me-
Are you gonna double watch it?
They gave me a watch. And
Yeah.
I've worn an Apple Watch for I don't know, maybe 8 years or something. So they know that I wear an Apple Watch,
Yeah.
but they don't like electronics.
Oh.
It was again a gift coming back where they're like, well, here, try this thing. And I'm like, well, wait, why? So things like that, that's not what we use the holidays for.
Yeah, that's right. You don't need to change somebody's lifestyle with their
Nope.
gift. Just get them something they'll enjoy. That's what it's all about.
That one still bothers me.
Yeah, I bet it does.
It bothers me a little bit too.
It'd be-
I couldn't return it.
Yeah, it'd be like if I got Hudson for Christmas, a shirt that isn't a flannel. Everyone would be confused. He'd be like, why would I ever wear this?
That's a good
I love
example.
flannels.
Yeah. All right. I have to get rid of your gift now. All right.
You guys enjoyed the podcast. As always, make sure you say hi and text at 877 Radio U. And don't forget this Thursday, we have our Radio U Christmas party at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, Thursday night at Radio U Riot on Facebook and our YouTube channel. So plan to join us then.
We'll catch you then,
Bye.
and we'll catch you on another time.
See you guys.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
All right. We talked about, as we mentioned, TGI Fridays. They are in some trouble. They are facing a lawsuit because it seems they have lied about their cheese situation.
The cheese situation?
Yeah. They are being sued by a woman who is upset that what they call their mozzarella sticks
Oh, doesn't
snacks.
that sound good?
It does sound really good. And it sounds really good even when you find out that despite their name, they are not mozzarella at all.
Oh, they're filled with a different cheese.
Yeah.
Oh.
They are actually filled. This is surprising that they're filled with cheddar cheese.
Yeah, so then it's almost like a cheese curd sort of taste.
Yeah. Cheddar and mozzarella are way different cheeses.
I know.
It's surprising that they've been able to get away with this for so long. So a woman named Amy Joseph is going ahead and suing them for an unspecified amount, but she does want, this is the quote, monetary relief because
How many mozzarella sticks was she eating?
Yeah, apparently 0.
Oh.
She didn't get to eat any
yeah, you're
mozzarella
right, yeah.
sticks. She was eating cheddar sticks.
Well, the judge said that it was a reasonable interpretation to expect mozzarella cheese because of the branding. So, TGI Fridays has said their licensor who allowed the branding to be used on the packaging is really at fault. So they're kind of
okay,
pushing the
TGI
blame
Fridays,
to another company.
Sure, yeah. Pass it off, TGI Fridays. You knew what was going on.
That's sneaky.
And if you didn't, then that's incompetence, and you also should have to pay the price for that. I just don't know, like, why lie? You think people wouldn't order them if you just called them what they actually are?
Well, I think it's like Jell-O. Like, it is what it is. It's a mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
But there was just no mozzarella. What TGI Fridays should have done is put like 1% mozzarella. Just a tiny bit of
Well, doesn't that feel like more work than just saying that they're cheddar cheese?
Not if you sprinkle it
listen
in.
to this. Here's my solution. Any restaurants, you can use this. You just call them cheese sticks.
Yeah.
People still know what they are.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
then you could put any cheese you want. You could always have the cheese rotated, whatever the cheapest cheese on the market is at the moment. Maybe one day it's Havarti. They're Havarti sticks, but nobody can sue you.
No one knows.
Because Havarti is a cheese.
You're right.
Boom, you're good to go.
Or they could go the way of like Beyond and Impossible and be like, it's an impossible cheese stick.
And that's so trendy now, too.
Yeah,
it
people
is an
love
impossible cheese stick. You won't believe it's an impossible mozzarella. And what's impossible about it is that it's actually cheddar.
It's actually imposter, but that's fine.
That definitely works. Well, whatever the case, it's not working for TGI Fridays. They are being sued. So we'll see. This is still this is in the early stages, right? That it's going forward. So we'll see if it pans out. If TGI Fridays has to pay a price or not.
And if you start seeing cheese sticks for TGI Fridays, that's why.
And then I'll be suing because I guess I did say any restaurant can have that idea, didn't I?
Yeah, you can't sue
So
at
I
that
can't
point.
sue. Dang it. Can we rewind the tape on that? Cut that part out.
You are on the
Because
record.
I want what's coming to me for that.
Find more Riot content online. riot.radiou.com.
All right, it's time for our weekly tradition. Football headlines. Soccer football headlines, that
Oh,
is.
World Cup.
Yeah. Did you guys watch any of the World Cup over the weekend?
No.
Why do I always ask you this?
I don't know.
Clearly not. We have better things to do.
The biggest event in the entire world, and you guys, it's not important enough for you.
Yeah, but it's not just soccer. Like anytime on Monday you ask like if we did anything over the weekend, usually the answer is no. You should know better.
I know, and it makes me wonder, what are you guys doing that you're not
Nothing.
And,
telling me?
The World Cup in the USA is like not even a top 3 thing that happened this weekend.
It's a huge thing.
It might be the 3rd thing
If
that's
you
going
want
on.
the ride to take off with an international audience, we're going to have to talk soccer. And we're gonna
Yeah, I
have
don't
to
know how
call
bad
it-
I want it.
We're going to have to call it
I don't know if
football.
it's worth it.
Or even better, footy.
See,
guys
I
wanna
just
call
can't
it footy?
devote. I can't devote that kind of hours into my weekend.
You think American football would be as popular if we called it footy?
Buddy,
Well, actually, I might be more interested in it.
it sounds a little more exciting.
That
There's a
might get me in.
marketing idea for you, NFL. You want to get the ladies interested, call it footy.
When
like
I
they
can
do with
have
soccer.
my World Cup socks and my
Oh
footy.
yeah, that's what I need.
NFL footy pajama. All right, World Cup. So the semifinals are set. We're down to 4 teams in the World Cup. And since you guys didn't watch, here's what's happened. I think it was back on Friday. Croatia, huge upset over Brazil.
No.
Yeah. You didn't even
Really?
know this, did you?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know who won this weekend. I know that I could probably name like 3 teams that are playing right now.
Croatia. And that's surprising, too. You were off on Friday. You still missed it.
I was doing other things. It's a day off. I wasn't even watching the World Cup.
Croatia beat Brazil. Here's how that went down. They were tied, right? A lot of the games this weekend were tied.
We're close.
Well, I mean, it's soccer. I guess they're kind of always close. But they were tied at the end of, they call it full time, right? So then they go to extra time, which is overtime. And this is news to me. Brazil scored a goal, okay, in overtime, and that wasn't the end of the game.
Oh, it's not the
Because
first one
there's
who
more
scores?
extra time.
They just keep going. They play the full
Yeah.
period. Isn't that wild?
Why do you have to do that?
Why, right?
Like in extra time?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think extra time is overtime. That's just time they tack on the end of the game from like.
No, that's stoppage time.
Oh.
What are you talking about? Stoppage time? I thought it's called extra time. And then if it goes to
Stoppage-
overtime, that's like PKs.
Stoppage time is when.
Wait, let me get comfortable, guys.
Yeah.
While I hear you talking
okay,
about this.
stoppage time is when, like, because the clock is always running in soccer, it never
Yes.
stops, right? But there are a lot of stoppages in play. So
Yeah.
then when they tack on like 8 minutes at the end of the half, that's stoppage time. But then when the game ends and it's still tied,
Then that's
if it's a
overtime.
game that has to end in a result, then they go to extra time, which is what we would call overtime. But for some reason, extra time in soccer is not sudden death, which makes no sense to me.
And so then extra time, if you don't score in extra time, then you go to a shootout. And that's
Yes.
when soccer gets exciting.
Yes, that's
Oh my
that's
God.
what happened.
You have to wait that long?
Yes.
Yeah, after.
But once you
that's
get there, then it's
literally,
must-see TV.
I believe 120 minutes is when they finally go. That's 2 hours is when they finally go to penalty kicks. So Brazil scores in extra time, but that doesn't end the game. So for them, I guess they're just like, yeah, that's how it works. But for me, I'm like, it feels like Brazil got robbed because Croatia then scores later on in extra time,
And then
it goes
won.
to penalty kicks, and Croatia won.
Well, I know it doesn't feel fair, but then we can't go changing soccer like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't even watch it. Like, for us to be, like, criticizing soccer as Americans, they're upset hearing that right now. Our international audience is like, how dare they? They wouldn't even watch the games, and they want to change the rules.
Well,
'Cause it would
Croatia
make
doesn't
it-
want us to change.
It would make it more exciting.
No, yeah, Croatia's happy with how it turned out. There was a couple other games that went to penalty kicks as well, and that brings me to my other point, which is, how does any soccer player ever miss a penalty kick?
Well,
It
it's
literally
possible.
seems like the easiest thing in sports.
But that's because we're not playing. We don't understand.
I don't have a lot of athletic prowess. I think I could go out there and score
No.
against a
Oh, here we
professional.
go.
You
I
could not.
guarantee.
0%.
You
I
could not
guarantee.
even
Guarantee
kick the
you couldn't even
ball.
score on me if I was
No.
standing
I
at the goal.
guarantee that I could.
0% chance.
You
You
What
could-
would I do? Then it's a big net.
It's
Yeah.
not. Listen, you think that, but again, the guy could be even away from the net,
Yeah.
and you still wouldn't make it in.
I would make it in.
No,
You think
you-
that?
You don't have to kick it hard.
Nope.
You just have to make the goalie go one
This
way.
is one of the most ridiculous things you've ever said.
No, it's not.
Do you think that you could score on
on a professional
a professional goalie?
I do, absolutely.
Okay.
I guarantee I could score a goal.
Then why don't they score every time?
So I'm asking you.
If they're professionals, they're professionals. Don't you think if you could do it, that they would do it every time?
That's what I'm wondering.
Exactly.
That- well,
So
now
you
I know
can't
it.
Maybe
do
they
it.
don't practicing enough.
Listen, now we know
clearly
what
not.
these World Cup teams need. They need Hudson.
I'd be happy to join, but my nationality is already out.
So France beat out England, and France, they won the World Cup last time,
They
right?
did.
So
Going
now
for back
it
to
is
back.
Croatia and France.
Croatia plays Argentina.
Argentina, okay.
France plays Morocco, the big underdogs of the tournament.
Okay, who are you cheering for? Do you have a team?
I kind of like Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah, I like an
okay.
underdog story. You
I
know
like your
how
style.
am.
I
You
like
know
your
how
style.
Yeah. Who are you? Well, you guys aren't going for anybody. All right.
No.
We're going for you.
Yes, Morocco it is.
You're our new pick.
I know, exactly.
This is the Riot Radio U.
We've hit that time of year where soon enough, and actually in some areas this has already happened, where the snowplows are emerging.
Yeah.
And a new tradition, it seems, really in several places across the country, is you can't just have a snowplow. You have to name the snowplow.
Okay, that's kind of cute.
You think it's cute?
Well, of course. Anything gimmicky.
You're not going to think it's so cute
Well,
once you
it's-
hear some of the names that were given these plows.
What's the boat thing? McBoatface or
Bodie
whatever.
McBoatface?
Yeah, so it'd be Mr.
Yeah.
McPlowface.
That was funny the first time, like 8 years ago.
I know, but it still goes on.
I know, but it's not funny anymore.
You could call it Mr. Plow like the Simpsons stuff.
Yeah, you could do that. That's something I'm on board with. Well, look, I mean, again, a lot of places across the country have been doing this, but I just found the list for the Ohio Turnpike. They have 8 plows, it looks like, 9 plows. What is the Turnpike? That's like northern Ohio, right?
I guess, yeah.
Like along the lake. Okay, here's what they've chosen. I want you to give each of these a rating.
Second annual Name a Snowplow contest.
Okay. Control, Salt, Delete.
That's kind of cute.
Oh my gosh, you're laughing
Sorry,
at it.
hang on. Let me put on my jaded face. Hang on. Okay, give me the others.
We're comedy experts here. We
I
should.
know, but it's cute.
All right, Control,
It's a
Salt, Delete.
plow.
Blizzard Wizard.
Not my favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty lame. Plow, chicka, plow, wow.
It's
I
kinda
hate
cute,
that
too.
I'm saying these. You're killing me, squalls.
Nah.
That's a nice current reference. Whoever came up with that one. Big Leplowski.
Okay, that's cute. That works. It's like when you're
Another
naming.
current reference.
It's like when we were trying to come up with names for our fantasy football league. It's like doing that with the plow.
Well, yeah, but can't the plow be just about business?
I think everybody hates them, so you need to add something.
Oh, you're trying to make them cuter?
More humanized.
Yeah. How about The Blizzard of Oz? It's on Ozzy Osbourne album. Ohio Thaw Enforcement.
That's great.
And then listen to this one. I want to see your reaction to this one. Cleopatra. What are you doing? Stop it.
Sorry.
Stop. That's the
I'm
worst.
very sorry.
That is a negative
No,
10
it's-
on the snowplow names.
It's actually quite
It
clever.
really upset me when I saw that.
It's Cleopatra.
That's two bad puns in one name, and I hate it.
Now, do they actually put the names on the snowplows when they're named, or is it just
That's a good
online
question,
thing?
isn't it? Because I
think they
know a
should
lot of
totally
places that
do
have
it.
plow trackers, which I remember last year when I got snowed in, I actually did use the plow tracker. I kept checking in, and it kept saying, "We're not plowing you."
We're not in the area.
Yeah, but I don't know if they actually. I think they probably do, right? Put some kind of little sticker on it that
Well, they
says
should.
Cleopatra.
For the Ohio Turnpike, they got more than 5,500 entries. They then got it down to 50. Then they had 1,000 people vote on the favorite names. If your name was chosen, you got a $100 gift card. And plows will be named at each of the turnpike's maintenance buildings along the route.
Dang, the people that named those plows, they are so proud of themselves.
That's great.
That father that came up with the Cleopatra name, he's
They're
telling that
proud.
story to all of his dad friends.
That might be
this
the biggest
Christmas.
thing that happened in their whole family the whole year.
The whole year. It's going in the Christmas letter and everything.
Yep, they got a $100 gift card.
Yeah, and Steve came up with the Cleopatra. He was chosen in the Ohio Turnpike Plow Naming Contest. Oh, so exciting.
It bothers you.
It really does. But now I want to enter these contests because I can come up with something at least this good.
You're great at doing that.
It is.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
All right, you ready for our Monday tradition?
We have a lot of Monday traditions.
Yeah, we got two. That's a lot for us. This is football headlines. Ready? Here we go. Brady gets brocked by 49ers third-string quarterback.
Oh, the Buccaneers lost?
The Buccaneers lost big time. It was bad.
I think he's really probably hating that he came back.
Yeah,
I don't think he's excited about it.
Yeah, it was rough, and Tom Brady doesn't look particularly good at this point either. You know what I mean?
Like health-wise or just like football-wise?
I think he looks pretty good. I mean, health-wise.
Physically?
I would say physically, he looks like he's doing pretty well.
Doesn't he look physically though like
Drained, skinnier.
well, like he looks like good for his age, but also scary for his age? Like, isn't there something scary about the way he looks?
Well,
too?
that's just how all famous people are. They get a million things have worked done to look young.
Yeah, like he's heading in the Simon Cowell direction right now, which is not a good direction. But the flip side was last week we talked about Jimmy Garoppolo, who was the quarterback for the 49ers. He got injured. He's out. Now they're saying
I thought you said the 49ers wouldn't do anything then.
well, a lot of times when you have a brand new quarterback like they have, sometimes they have a lot of success in their first game or two before everybody gets tape on them and sees what their tendencies, what they do wrong. So I guess that's not necessarily a shock, although the 49ers did score a lot of points.
They put up
yesterday.
35 points. Their quarterback that was the third string looked pretty great. He honestly had a really good game, and it wasn't like they were just handing the ball off. He was throwing it deep. He was doing everything. I mean, the 49ers overall just have a super stacked team. They have a great defense and great offensive weapons. They have a good team overall. As long as the quarterback doesn't mess it up, they should win.
Talk about stress on you.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
Yeah, right.
He's the only weakness on their entire team.
Yeah, I still think they will falter at one point or another, but it certainly wasn't yesterday. And the Buccaneers, they might still make the playoffs because their division is so bad, but they look rough. Okay, how about this one? Sunday Night Football. Dolphins flounder versus Chargers.
Dolphins people,
Flounder.
they love when they write about them. 'Cause you're like,
Yeah, it
here,
does make it easy.
Put in a water thing.
Yeah, Yeah, the Dolphins had it was a somewhat close game, pretty close, but their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, he did not have a good game. Only 10 completions on 28 attempts. That's not good. But the Chargers look pretty good, right?
Good for them.
Did you stay up for the whole game?
I did not. I did not watch. I didn't even watch a minute of the game.
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of it either.
I didn't watch it. It didn't do too much for me. Once the Browns lost yesterday, I was like, I think if I had enough football today.
Aww.
Well, they're not out of it yet.
They're completely out of it.
They're not completely out of it.
They're completely out of it.
2 games back of a playoff
It doesn't
spot.
matter. We're completely out of it.
Don't give up yet. Even if they were, just don't give up.
Like the percentage calculator for the Browns to make the playoffs is like 0.04%.
Well, with that attitude,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
that's
it
just
is.
factually,
It's
logistically
just-
the accurate answer.
It's just it's that time of year when if you're like a Browns fan, you just convince yourself that if we just win out, we still have a chance. And
Listen,
Yeah,
if they
I'm not
win
doing
out,
that
you still have a
anymore. If
chance.
Every other team has a really bad game,
Yeah,
and their
exactly.
players all get out,
Yeah.
then maybe there's still a chance.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm over the there's still a chance phase of the season.
Well, I didn't know that was today.
Yeah, that was today. Whenever
was-
the Browns lost next, that was the we're over. The Browns have a chance, which is
Yeah.
okay though.
And you had so much.
Well, you're almost to
bluster.
Christmas. It's okay.
yeah,
There
exactly.
was so much big hot grandstanding and hot dogging last week when he was like, "We got the Bengals next. We always beat the Bengals."
Well, we always do, and if you watch the game, you saw Joe Burrow. Everybody wanted to crown him last week, and then whenever he plays the Browns, he plays freaking terrible.
And somehow they still won.
Yeah, they still won the game because the
Yeah.
Browns played even worse. But other than that, Joe Burrow, he's okay.
Well, Isaiah's given up hope. I haven't. Most of the teams.
You
ahead
think
of
the Packers are going to make the playoffs?
If they just win out,
Delusional.
they've got a chance.
Delusional.
If they just win out,
Delusional.
they've got a chance.
Oh, you guys are such good fans.
Yeah. No, Isaiah's not. He's given up on his team.
I was in it. Last week I said if we win out, if we beat the Bengals, I'm all in. But we didn't beat the Bengals, so now I can't come on the radio where there's other Browns fans listening and give them false hope. They need to accept now
and
because
this-
like this next Sunday, if we lose to the Ravens, I'm not going to be nearly as upset as I was yesterday when we lost to the Bengals because I know there's not a chance now. So if you're a Browns fan, it's time to go over the ledge and just give up on the season so that you don't like have your hopes up high that we can still make the playoffs.
Oh, you hear that, players? I hope you guys have that.
I know.
same-
I'm sorry, and I'm not a
Same
negative
thing, giving
Nancy,
up.
but it's that time of the
Sounds
year.
pretty negative.
That's just how it is. Unless you believe in a 0.04% chance. If
You're
you
not
believe in that,
negative,
you
So
can.
you're saying there's a chance,
There's
though.
a less than a 1% chance. So if you want to ride on that
You know
and
what
really
that
hope
means?
for it,
What is it? 0.4?
it's 0.04.
0.04?
0.04.
That means it happens.
It has a chance.
Once out of every I don't know, probably like 2,000 times or
Something
something
like that. It's
If
like
you
Doctor
simulate-
Strange.
Yeah, it could definitely happen in
Happens
some
one
version of
time.
the multiverse. That's your football headlines. We didn't get to very many.
I was going to say
Actually,
we're
it
too
was-
busy giving up.
You know, it was a short week though. There was a lot of teams on bye, so that's your football headlines.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
What we have here is a list of the 4 common gift-giving mistakes that people make. This is according to a consumer psychologist. So these are some gift-giving mistakes, and you want to avoid these pitfalls to hopefully make your Christmas go a lot better. If you want to win the gift exchange, here's what you do.
And I feel like we're at this right now, like even through this week, is the main, I think, gift giving pickup time.
I think so.
Because if not, if you wait too much longer, like then you're really late.
Yeah, well, I think there's 2 kinds of people right now that still haven't gotten gifts. One is procrastinators, of course. People are just lazy and don't put in the effort. But then there's 2 is the people that think way too much about it, right? You're like, I want to
They
get
make
the
it harder.
perfect gift. That's how I am. And so, and I guess the people just can't afford gifts. Okay, here is...
Isaiah, how was your pretzel?
It was fantastic.
He's been eating a pretzel.
A little chocolate pretzel. It was so good. So very good.
As you clean your beard off.
All right. Number 1, prioritizing the big reveal. That's a mistake. You don't want
Yeah.
to do that. In other words, like you're trying to give a gift that's going to really wow somebody when they open it up. But a lot of times those kind of gifts, the example they use here is a fondue machine.
Whoa.
That's like, wow, that'd be a really great gift to get. But then, like, what are they ever going to use a fondue machine? Probably not. It's just going to wind up at a Goodwill after they used it for the New Year's party, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you feel like you want to get something that's kind of a little off the wall that'll be crazy to open.
Yeah.
But then, are they actually going to enjoy that after that initial moment? So
that's
do
a
that.
mistake.
Don't get your mom a fondue machine.
I will lean away from that.
Okay. Number 2, It says, unique and new are overrated. Some people don't want to give the same kind of gift to somebody multiple times in a row. If you gave somebody shoes last Christmas,
They don't want to give shoes again?
you don't want to give shoes again, but oftentimes, like, that's just what people want. Like, if somebody has shoes on their list again, get them shoes again. It doesn't matter. That's what they want, right? You don't have to try to get too creative with it. Any comments?
I think
I
that's a
agree.
great thing because I would say that my mom's really good about this. If there's certain things I know I'm going to get for Christmas, like I can tell you right now, I'm going to get underwear. I'm going to get socks. I'm going to get jeans, at least 2 pairs, maybe 3.
And boy, do you need them.
I need them bad because I wear these ones every single day. And then I'm going to get a pair of shoes probably. I'm probably going to get an iPhone charger. I'm going to get all the bathroom stuff I need. I'll get cologne. I can tell you a million things that she'll get me every single year. And I love it because I know I'm going to get it. So I don't have to worry about it. Like when people say like, oh, I'm running low on cologne. I have a month and a half to get some more.
Yeah, you're good.
And I'm good. So there's so many things that I know I'm going to get. And it's just like great to expect it.
Yeah. So, just don't be afraid to be a repeat gifter. Okay. Number 3, being risk averse. That's a mistake you don't want to make when you're buying gifts. Okay. We said don't get too creative. Don't try to be too creative for creative's sake. But at the same time, if you want to get a little sentimental, it's kind of risky, right? To get somebody another
Throw
one.
some pictures in, something like that.
Yeah, or they say like a scrapbook. Maybe your
Don't
mom
do
would
that.
appreciate a scrapbook.
All right, hang on.
not making a scrapbook.
Flag on the play.
What?
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Why
we're not
not?
doing
Do not
scrapbooks.
do that.
It's risky, but it could pay off.
It's not going to pay off.
The risk is not worth the reward on this one.
Unless that scrapbook is full of gift cards and pictures
Yes.
of you
What?
getting those
No,
gift
your
cards.
mom, she might be really sentimental. It might make her
Nope.
You're
cry.
gonna scrapbook? We're not scrapbooking around here.
You're not. I bet you my mom would really like a scrapbook.
It's
Well, then why don't
She
you
used
make
a
her one?
scrapbook.
She'd love that, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
I think you have to watch because, like, this list, this isn't about your mom, what she's getting you. This is about when you give to family and friends.
Yeah.
But, like, your mom knows what to get you. And, you
Yeah.
know, and so I don't know if that
I
really
don't know.
works.
I don't know if you always know what to get your mom. I think no, it is a good idea that you can be, sentimental with some gifts. And I think
This is like when you gave those coupon books for the hug.
Oh, yeah.
And you
I
promised,
love
that's a
giving
little
those.
different.
And
That
you
just feels
promised-
like low effort.
I know,
and
and you
you take
promised to
those.
sleep in.
Hey, you take those like a white elephant. That's the most popular one.
They go well.
And then the last thing is, does the thought really count? Some people, again, and this is something you might be running into this time of year.
These are gift-giving mistakes.
You're trying to be super thoughtful and you want it to show in your gift. And sometimes you don't have to get all, I know some people that you give them your wish list and then I know that they struggle because they want to use your wish list as inspiration, but they just don't want to just buy something off your wish list. That's too easy. They want to put a lot of thought into it and be like, okay, if he wants all this stuff, maybe I'll get him this. And that's fine. Because you can tell like they do really work hard on that, but at the same time, the list is there for a reason. You know, so don't try to think. It all comes down to don't try to think too much. Just get the person what they want.
Don't be hot dogging out there. Everybody
That's good.
really just wants a gift card so they can buy it themselves.
Thank you.
That's what everybody
Exactly.
wants.
Thank you. Guys, we need the money. We
Yeah.
need the gift cards.
Everybody just wants the cold hard cash, all right?
And no shirt you get me will I like as much as the one I pick out myself.
That's 100% fact.
and
Now-
the journey I get to take picking out the shirt as
We love
well.
it. It's not on the list, but I have a couple people that do this. I think they buy gifts for for like you and stuff. It's just stuff they want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
That's another
favorite.
one.
Please also don't be that type of gift giver.
That's my favorite
That's
kind.
like the worst gift giver.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.